Let's make an ad. What's up, legends? So, today we're going to make an ad, right? Summertime, things are heating up. If you're not sure how to get your own piece of the pie, this is how you do it, all right? So, what we're going to do today is set up an ad. We're going to show you the minimum ad spend that you should be doing, and then we're going to show you the reach that you'll get, and then just how to construct this, advertisement within the meta ad space where when you look at it at first, it's super confusing. As you understand it, it becomes simpler. We're going to breeze through this. There are a lot more aspects to this. That's my disclaimer. Tons more that you should be implementing. But if you're just trying to be, the solo man in the van and you just want to get something out there just to expand your reach, this video is for you. All right, let's get started here. So first, what you want to do, in order to get to your Ad Center account, go to your Facebook homepage, okay? Here we're on desktop. If you're on mobile, I would honestly just go to a computer and do it. It's so much easier. You can still make everything work from your phone. Totally doable. But if it's your first time, there's so much information that's going to be thrown at you that the layout of everything is just so much easier to follow along on desktop. So run over to your computer, go to your homepage, and you want to click on Ads Manager right here. It's going to bring you to this style page. It's going to have your campaigns, your ad sets, everything in there. Let me just take off any filters I have here. And a step before this, guys, a crucial step. You have to create a business page. It's 2024. If you don't have a business page for your business on Facebook, Instagram, anything, LinkedIn, you're doing it wrong. You gotta make yourself visible. People do their due diligence nowadays, so they want to see your business page. They want to see that you're active. Active on social media is not going to be a make or break, but it definitely helps. Okay, reviews, everything else like that. That's what we're after. So after you create a business page, because you can't run ads without a business page, come here, pause the video, create the business page, come back, follow along. Okay, now that your business page is done, click on Create after you go to Ads Manager. When you create, it's going to have these 6 different options for you. So what are we after, right? We're after leads, sales, stuff like that. It's for e-commerce, awareness, traffic. Okay, we're just sticking with leads today. Again, this is a very quick and dirty kind of show and tell of how to just navigate the meta ad suite. So if you want to learn more about it, by all means. Here's a quick portion where everyone gets messed up. Facebook is going to use your money to test out their beta software. Okay. So if you do the recommended settings, it's okay. It's nothing too crazy about it. I'm a manual placement guy, so I want to control pretty much every single aspect of the ad because I know what works, I know what doesn't, I know where I'm going to put the money into versus what Facebook is just going to try and test out. Facebook is always going to come out with new features. They're going to give you a discount. I think one of them was like 33% off, and they're just testing new software. They're spending your money. A multi-billion-dollar company is going to spend your money just to test new features, so don't fall for it. So don't use the recommended settings. We're going to go into manual leads campaign. Okay? When you get here, you're going to see 3 tabs. This is your top tab. It's just going to be your main campaign tab. Everything else is kind of like a subfolder underneath there. So the campaign is just going to be, very small information that you're going to have to put in. And then it's going to break down into your ad sets. Ad sets meaning if you have more than one ad, they're all grouped into an ad set. And then below that right here is your ad. Okay, so if you're just doing one ad, we're going to use one ad as an example for this video. I would recommend testing 2, but we'll go from there. So we're in the campaign. You can name this whatever you want. For me, I like to be organized with what I'm working on and what I'm doing. If it's going to be a lead generation campaign, LG. Okay, then I like to put in my daily spend, caps lock, $33 a day, and then we're going to do Brian's HVAC. Let's do fun video. It's just, you're just naming this for something you're going to remember, okay? So you don't have to follow this. And again, for the $33 a day, we're going to get into that. But let's just keep going down here. So don't have to worry about any of this stuff. Auction leads, perfect. Don't worry about the A/B test. We actually do more of a manual A/B test the way that we do it. I'm data driven, right? So my background is in data science. I've been working in investment data for over a decade now. So that's fun. Campaign budget, put that on. What it's going to do is just going to it's going to put a weight on each ad. So whatever's getting more traction with your customers, it's going to start throwing more money behind it. So you definitely want to put that on. And let's go to your daily budget. It's going to be 33. So here's why it's 33. Your average lead in HVAC. If you go on Thumbtacks, Angie's List, any paid platform, I am stuttering right now. Any paid platform, your average lead cost is going to be anywhere between $70 to $90, right? Now, when you first start out with Facebook ads, it's going to be more like 120-ish, and that's just like a safe estimate. We're running ads. We just started a campaign on Friday last week, and I think the cost per lead for that is like 40. He had an amazing video, right? And he really took time to create an awesome 3 videos. So, he hit the ground running hard, and it's paying off for him. So if you think about the $33 a day, if your average lead is 90, it's going to take you 3 days to get one single lead. So what we're going to do is try and just break it off to a minimum spend of 33. If you go less than that, it's just going to take too long. The algorithm needs more money in order to learn faster. This is just the best way. All right. So take my word for it. I know it sucks to say, but it really is the minimum amount you should be spending. Okay. Budget scheduling. We're just going to ignore all this. So this is all that you see on your campaign overview tab. All right. So click next. It's going to bring you down to the next tab, which is your ad set. Again, we're going to name this. We're going to name it untargeted first. Untargeted. And we're still doing LG for lead generation. Okay. And then next up, after you just create your ad set name, again, which is something that you just want for you, right? You have these options. Okay. Don't pay attention to this right now. We'll get to that. The little exclamation mark and the triangle. We'll get there. Instant forms. That's what you want. Okay. You might think maybe I want to put them to my website. It's okay. We're going to get there. All right. So instant forms is your best way forward here. And the reason is you want to create friction, right? So friction just means you want to make it harder for the poorer leads to kind of fall off. You get rid of spammers. Just get rid of the ones that you don't want, right? But you don't want to make it too lengthy where the point of filling out the form becomes a chore to the good leads that you want. So there's a fine balance here. And we're going to get into that fine balance. The quick answer is it's a mixture between open-ended and multiple choice questions, okay? So click on Instant Forms. Want to go down and make sure your Facebook page is added. Facebook page is added. Oh my God. So that's the reasoning behind you have to have a Facebook page in order to create ads. Now, if this is your first time doing it, you're going to see this, view terms. I recently just changed my Facebook page. I haven't run any ads on this, so I don't need to. But when you view the terms, you just have to accept them, and then you're good to go. So your budget and schedule, you can schedule it to start. When you do schedule it, make sure that you're scheduling it for when people are just getting done with their workday. So if it's Monday through Friday, schedule it anywhere between 5 to 6 p.m. That's when people are getting home. They're just kind of hanging out on their phone. It's just the best time that I've seen work. If you're starting on a weekend, anytime, honestly, is fine. I would just recommend between the hours of 7 a.m., maybe up until 10 or 9 p.m., just because you got to think, people are going to be out, out at night past that point. Or if they're a little bit older, that's a perfect sweet spot because then it's going to be bedtime for them. Okay, your audience controls. This is where we're going to be targeting your service area, right? So 2 options here. You just do it by your zip code, or you can actually just drop a pin. So let's just search. I'm going to do Tempe, Arizona State, baby. So here it is, and it's just a pin drop. So this is just the zip code. You can see where it cuts off on the corners. So if you don't want to do that, all you have to do is just a little pin drop, right? And we'll set a pin. And now you can see how it changes to a square mileage area. So you get a full circle, right? So you just want to choose your location. I'm sorry, my camera's actually in the way, so I can't see where the options are. But there's going to be an option for mileage. Here we go. Set your service location. You don't want to be driving too far for your leads. You don't want to be going two hours out of your way just for one install, because you could literally get 2 jobs done in the amount of time that one job would take you if you're driving too far. So keep it within your service area. And even better yet, if you're trying to break into a service area, say it's like a high net worth community that you know, like, oh, if only I could get in there, you can target these people. You can literally drop it down. You could do 1 square mile. If it's like a really rich neighborhood, boom, pop it in, and you can just set it there, and you're going to be shown everywhere. Like, these people are going to be like, oh, wow, this business is literally everywhere. I need to hire them. Just another little trick. So after that's set up, here's the most important part. Again, I apologize because I have to kind of juke around for my camera here. Take off your Advantage Plus audience. It's okay to run, especially if you're a first timer. The only difference with the audience that it's really going to make is where your placements are going to be, and honestly, who you're going to be targeting, right? So if you want to keep it simple, use the Advantage Plus audience. It's okay to use. For me, I'm a very manual guy, so I always switch to the original. Here's where I can actually start targeting keywords. I can switch up their age. Typically for HVAC, we're going to start around 25, 27. Let's do 27. And here you can actually start targeting their demographics. Don't do this part yet, okay? This is called untargeted for a reason. The only thing you want to change up is the age, right? So we're not going to enter any keywords. Just making sure I can see everything on my screen here. God, I got to get a better setup. And this is good. This is untargeted, okay? Now, here's the crucial step. You want to take that same untargeted version and you want to duplicate it. So right click on the 3 ellipses, duplicate the original campaign, and duplicate. Now what this did was create a different ad set, okay? And now this ad set you're going to rename as targeted. And in this ad set, we're going to add some more keyword features, okay? So we're still doing instant forms. Scroll on down. Scroll on down. Again, my camera. God. Okay. Here we can get into a little bit more of the details, right? So here you want to think, what is your ideal avatar? And when I say avatar, it means what is your ideal customer like? What are their behaviors? What are their interests? So a couple quick ones would be, try HVAC, right? And when you go into HVAC, gotta fix this camera. It should be appliances if I can find it while I'm not just juking around the screen. Home appliance, there we go. Pretty sure I just clicked on job titles HVAC. Don't do that one. Okay, but you get the gist, right? So you want to click on HVAC home appliance, add in some other keywords, like interest, like Home Depot, DIY. Think about the different behaviors that they have. And then you can actually add in more items like let's do income. Household income. Here you can actually target the top, 5%, 10%, 25% of the zip codes or of your service area. So if you have like really shitty leads that are really concerned about money, do you want to do it? It's hit or miss. There's a lot that goes into this, guys. Again, this is really quick and dirty. There's a lot of research that's going to have to go back into your market area, You know, everything that goes into an actual great Facebook ad takes a lot more time than what we're doing right now. But if you get like really crappy leads, throw this filter on there. Do top like 10%. Um, and it'll just help you really narrow down, you know, those leads that don't want to pay more money or they don't pay at all. This one filter is really going to help you out. You can filter down the languages if you want, and the rest of the stuff is really up to you. Just get creative with it. And some of the best ones that have worked, like I said, like DIY, HVAC appliance, it's just going to show key behaviors like what they're searching online. So whenever you think of what are their behaviors, think about what your ideal client is going to be searching on their phone. All right, so that's going to be the next one. Now, if you'll notice down here in the bottom right, it just says publish. Don't do that yet, okay? You're not even there yet. So here you can just say, I don't think I renamed the untargeted one. Targeted fun video. Whatever your video is. Again, this is just to help you guys remember. So it's all unique to you. So you can do a single image or video. And once you actually upload it, your preview of the ad will be over here. You can add your media right over here. Your primary text is going to go up top. And your headline. So if you just want to see what this is going to look like. Example primary. And the headline. Headline. You're going to want to do get offer. If you're just trying to offer like free estimates, it all depends on what you guys are offering here. There's your description. So you just want to put that right next to the get offer tab. Okay, so say like you're offering free estimates or anything like that. Click below to get your free estimate today. Simple as that. Destination. It's going to be instant forms for your leads. So when you want to create the form, here it is. Okay. More volume, higher intent, rich creative. Let's go with more volume, guys. Higher intent also works very, very well. But what it's going to do is essentially just, it's going to create, you can add in your logo right here if you want. Sometimes it gets a little sloppy if you try and add in too much. But the form type that you're going to be doing here is this, and then create the form. Just trying to create this. Here we go. Add questions. So multiple choice, short answer. Where are you from? Question mark. Don't use this. But then you just keep adding more questions. Add up to three or four. That's totally fine because it's not going to create too much friction, but it's going to create enough friction to get rid of the spammers, get rid of the poor leads. It's just the best way to go. And then after you actually go through and create your form, you're going to be ready to publish. All right. And so here come in the CRM events. So for my more established businesses out there, your CRM events, it's just adding a pixel to your website. So when you want to set it up, click on setup. It doesn't take long at all, but you are going to have to know if you didn't create your website or if you have another party that created it, they're going to have to add in the pixel for you. If you create it through GoDaddy sites, it's really easy. You can just enter it into one of the prompt formats. And then what it's going to do is be able to track your website visits. So if someone sees your ad, exits out, and then eventually goes back on their phone and visits your website, Facebook can still track that, guys. It's powerful, okay? And so you're going to have all of these metrics. You're going to see, did these Facebook ads work? Yes or no? You're going to have all the information in your metrics. And then you can actually add in your URL parameters. And one other big thing that I actually forgot to do here is after you create the form, when you go through this form, and after you create all the questions, unfortunately, I'm just getting a lot of errors actually doing mine. But when you create the form, there's going to be an ending question. Like after they complete it and they go through and click on it, and it says, form complete. Thanks for visiting. You can create the form to say, hang tight or cool off, we'll be with you in a jiff. Whatever you want to say that's catchy, whatever. But then there'll be a link to your website. So they'll click on the website. You can have it go right to the About Me section, whatever you want, and then they can actually do their due diligence right on the fly. And that really just pushes them up in the customer purchase cycle to doing due diligence. And then the next state is just decision, right? So after they get your estimate, they go to the decision. They already did the due diligence on your website. It works out perfectly. So it's a perfect funnel into getting those leads from your entire service area and funneling them down into actually becoming clients. So I hope this really worked out for you guys. I know it's kind of quick and dirty. It's meant to be that way. Just because if we got into all the details, we would be here for literally hours, okay? This is what's going to work for you. So just keep in mind a couple main things. Number one, you're going to be creating leads. Number two, your ad spend should be $33 a day. That is the absolute minimum, guys. If you're doing less than that, it's going to take so long to even get one lead. I did just launch a campaign, like I mentioned earlier, where after about 4 days and maybe, what was it, $100 in ad spend? No, about $120 in ad spend, he got 2 leads, which is fantastic. We've seen other people, they put out ads and they booked a 45K job, in 2 weeks. Is it possible? Yes. The way I like to analyze this is kind of like crypto with the meme coins. Could you invest $100 into a shit meme coin and then just it skyrockets? Yeah, of course. Is it the norm? No. It does happen pretty often, but it's not something that I just want to, communicate to anyone just because it's going to give your hopes up. So right now it's all about just being transparent, setting the right expectations, and just setting you guys up for success. Because if you follow filling out these ads the way I just described it, you're going to have success. But you have to keep in mind, it's a 3-month period of building. You're in a data collection state, right? So when you cast the wide net, the algorithm is going to kick off and you're just starting to collect data on your entire service area. It's going to have your age, what platform did they like more, your click-through rate, your impressions, your read. It's going to have so many metrics and it's going to tell you so much about your service area. And the longer that you let it run, pretty soon it's almost like printing money. It's almost like you put $1 in the machine, you're getting $5 out. It takes time. It has to be set up correctly. The recipe has to be correct in order for the food to taste good. And what I want to do is get you guys some good food on your plates so you believe in the process, because meta ads is one of the most powerful suites out there. So hope this worked out for you guys. Follow along, reach out to me or DM me for any questions. And if you guys are ready to start, shoot me a DM and we'll just get you guys started, all right? Take care, guys. Stay true and good luck.